Welcome to week 1 of my 75 soft challenge.
Just another sunny day in Southern California.
Now this challenge is inspired by the 75 hard challenge. Basically, it's a strict toughness program with 0 compromises. But here's the kicker. If you miss any of these, you have to start all the way back at day 1. That sounds like such a nightmare of a challenge and not sustainable at all for my lifestyle anyway. So that is why I will be doing the 75 soft challenge, which is basically an adjusted version of the 75 hard. So this is how I'm going to be putting a spin on the 75 hard challenge. I'm going to exercise 4 to 5 times a week. They can range from 15 to 45 minutes. Instead of being on like a diet plan, I'm just gonna eat whole foods and things that would actually nourish my body. Hydration, I'm aiming for 3 liters. And then instead of reading, because that is such a bad habit for me, instead I'm gonna be working towards my goals. So that's UGC, YouTube, and learning how to play guitar. So one of the 3 I will be implementing throughout my day. And I say we just get straight into week 1. It is now 4:03 and I am gonna go for a walk for my daily movement. So let's go do that. That is my walks done. So I can check movement off day 1. In terms of hydration, I've been drinking a decent amount. Every day I get my hydration by drinking a 1 liter water bottle and then a plethora of teas mixed throughout. So I have just drinking that 1 liter and then I drank 3 teas, which I classify most of that as hydration. My cups that I use are the Yeti really huge ones and I think they hold about 414 milliliters. So if I've done 1 liter here, 3 414 milliliter ones, that equals up to 2,242. So if I'm trying to have 3,000 milliliters of water, I need 758 milliliters, which is just 2 more teas. And I can easily knock that out of the park. Hydration, work in progress. And then I just had a lot of bread today. Bread is a staple in my nutrition and you will have to claw it out of my dead hands or tell me I'm celiac. So I basically had chicken cheese toasty. I had bread with chicken breast on it. I do not remember what I have for dinner, but I would not be surprised if there was also bread involved with that. And then we have caramel popcorn, which is my current hyperfixation for when I want something sweet. I think the fact that the caramel is so thick is what curbs my sweet cravings. I mean, look at it. So I am in the process of trying to do UGC. UGC stands for user generated content. So you get paid to create content for brands that can be used to run as ads or posts on their socials. And the best part, you don't need a following. So I have made my very first video example for my portfolio. So that can also be ticked off my 75 soft challenge of working towards one of my goals. Cooked myself some scrambled eggs with some sourdough toast. Cheese and milk and scrambled eggs makes the biggest difference. For the remainder of the day, I ate okay-ish. I didn't end up having lunch though because my work shift was 11 to 4 and I only had a 10-minute break. So by the time I got home, I was hungry. So I scoffed down some Just Right cereal, cooked up dinner, which was a nice balance of protein, carbs, and fats. And we also had veggies on the side. To finish the night off, I had a fudge bar. Let's do some guitar playing. Ready? This is what I know. Guess the song. Then I know this one. Guess the song. This is fun. I don't want to do this right now. When you don't want to do it, this is the time when you have to push through and do it. It is now 10:07, so let's actually get into the workout. No more procrastinating.
Let me go, go, let me go, go, let me go. I told you I'm not yours anymore. No, I'm not yours. So why you trying to hold on when I'm not there for you? Wanna take a different lane, wanna play my own game, and I don't need you here. So won't you let me go?
That is my workout done. Check. My hydration goals were met today. I had 2 teas before work, 3 teas straight after work, and then water throughout the day, meaning that I hit my goals of 3 liters for the day. Day 3, she's kind of struggling, if we're being honest. Still haven't finished my water. I haven't done a workout. My nutrition was questionable. My goals though, I have been working towards those. So hey, that's anyways, I am going to do a Pilates full body workout. So let's get into this Pilates workout because I low-key want to have it done at a decent time tonight.
Baby, you coming through. Do what you gotta do. Take it to the big scene. Take it on. Go for hope and glory. Go.
Hello, it is day 9. I don't actually know if I achieved the goals that I had set for myself in this challenge, but what I do know is that I was having a good time, partially. It was a long weekend in Australia, so I had done Zoom calls with friends that live in different countries. I was able to go watch a friend play a game and then grab some food at the local tavern. I went to a flower farm, ended up in the emergency room, and then recuperated from that emergency room situation, and now it is day 9, and that's life. And I'm going to continue on from day 9. I'm not going all the way back to day 1. Last night I learned Sailor Song by Gigi Perez, and the strum pattern is one I haven't done before yet, so I guess I might as well practice a bit more. How reading is such a bad habit for me, and it really is. If I get in the reading mood, I will be staying up to 5 AM reading or wasting my whole day in bed reading. I've done it on many occasions, and that's why reading is a big no-no. So swapping reading out with working towards my goals has been so rewarding and fun. Learning how to play guitar has been such a fun experience, especially after I got past the stage where the tips of my fingers would literally ache and peel. Okay, so I'm gonna get into my weighted leg workout, but I have to do a warm-up first. I hate a warm-up, but it's so necessary to avoid injury. I'm gonna put some music on the TV and we're gonna get straight into the workout.
You got deep under my skin, and I still feel your power. You changed my voice, you locked it in, and put out any fire.
I have only recently incorporated weighted workouts into my routine, and I have noticed such a big difference in my strength. I can now do a push-up, which I haven't been able to do in years. I can squat heavier items, and I genuinely love that I feel stronger now. So if you've been contemplating adding weights into your workouts, I highly recommend.
Me more than under, and still with one touch, you got me where you want me, and it's like
done my workout for the day. Nutrition wise, I think I ate well. Just finished this entire water bottle. All I have to do is drink 2 more teas, which I can smash out so easily. I love a tea. Goals, I practice some guitar. So I would say that's a success of a day. It is 10:26 and here is your update movement that worked today. I lifted so many boxes and I did a lot of squatting, heavy lifting, that type of stuff. And yes, I'm one of those people that classifies my job as movement because it's not stationary. I'm not sitting, I'm moving the whole time. Hydration, I've drinking my whole liter of water and many teas. Nutrition, in the garbage is where it is. The majority of my nutrition today has been biscuits. I've had mint slices, Tim Tams, Malto milks. I've had a lot of biscuits. But yes, let's bring on day 11. today was heavy on UGC content creation. I managed to get aesthetic shots of my tote bag and my favorite lip oil, which I have mentioned both in previous videos. I also attempted to do a video for Atalaya, but my ears started to bleed because I was trying to get earrings into ear holes that I have not had earrings in for about half a year. I ended up putting this filming on hold for good reason. So I got some straight ones in. I'm gonna let them sit in there for a bit. So that's my update. During the times where I feel unmotivated, I tend to gravitate towards the Pilates workouts because I do find them more relaxing, but at the same time they push me, but not to an extent where I feel overexerted. It's the perfect balance for those days or weeks where I feel like slowing down my workouts.
I don't know what you've been told. I fell in love with another. Didn't mean to make you fall. I couldn't do this forever. Either way we would have lost. Now you're begging me to stay.
In relation to my food and hydration, I actually have no clue on what I ate or how much I drank. Okay, so I had about an hour to myself and to a quiet household, and I was planning to punch out a lot of UGC script writing, but it's only 5 o'clock and it is so dark outside. Did not get any sun this afternoon. I think it's meant to storm or something. I don't know. I am trying here and I'm going to keep pushing through. I managed to get one script done with the help of one of my ring lights. I hope it looks natural enough. Anyways, I'm gonna go cook dinner now. I am now gonna get dinner ready. We're having savory mince and mashed potato. I have already pre-sliced my potato. I did it while I was on my break from work. So I'm just gonna pop that on and then I'm gonna cook the savory mince as this cooks, and hopefully it aligns up well in the terms of like I mash that once I finish cooking this. My family is due to be home in about 20 minutes, so let's do that. I only recently started learning how to cook, and it's because I had labeled myself as a bad cook. Back when I was younger, I used to burn stuff all the time. I've burnt eggs, I've burnt rice, I've burnt chicken, I've undercooked chicken. And so I was just like, oh, I guess I can't cook. And I put that label on myself. But this year I was forced out of that label. My grandma moved in with us and she required proper nutrition, not snacks. So I ended up falling into the role because my sister and dad work full time. So it just works out best if I cook. My dad though would do it in a heartbeat if needed, and he has, but I currently don't work full time, so I can easily pick up this role. And also I don't mind cooking anymore. It was a rough start, don't get me wrong, but now I feel okay in the kitchen. And that concludes week 1 of my 75 soft challenge. And as you've seen, it was not perfect. I missed goals, I didn't track well. Some days I didn't track at all. And that's because it's real life. I hope you enjoyed this video and I shall see you in my next one. Bye.